Hi, welcome to Free Spirit and welcome to the overall monthly for November. So I can't wait to do this reading. I've tried to do this reading several times. It almost felt like I was guided not to do the reading yet. It almost feels like November, like if I did it earlier, it wouldn't even feel right because we were still under the burden of having to do so much. November is such a different feel. You're going to be thankful for November and there's Thanksgiving in November, how fitting. But it's going to feel better. It's going to feel like a lightening up in some way because you're doing what works for you. You're doing more of what feels good for you. They kept on saying, kind of like the men's, do you remember the men's suit commercial that with that man's voice that keeps saying, you're gonna like the way you look, you're gonna like the way you look. I kept on hearing that, you're gonna like the way you look, you're gonna like the way November looks, you're gonna like the way November even feels. It's gonna feel better, and you're actually doing more that makes you feel better, which is really amazing. Like, that's the crux of it. It's gonna feel better, the energy is gonna feel better, but plus you're going to be doing more for yourself that makes you feel better. So it's almost like stepping up on your knees, like doing more of what works for you, what feels good for you. It's that kind of energy. So I love it. I haven't felt this way in the last couple of like 2-3 months. So you're going to like the way you look. You're going to like the way November looks. So let's tap in. I can't wait to do this. And you see, I'm in my old place because everybody's sleeping. I can finally do this reading. I'm very excited. Okay, so we're going to tap into the 6 decks. We're going to get into November, the monthly for November. It's going to feel better. It is going to feel better. Yes. So we're going to tap into the Archangel messages for the month of November. We're going to tap into the energy we're dealing with. We're going to tap into the Goddess guidance. We're going to tap into what to surrender to make it easier. We're going to tap into messages from heaven. We're going to tap into the guardian angel messages. So, and also, don't forget to look at the first pinned comment from me. Will be whatever the length of the video is. I look up the angel number message, and it usually, I mean, it's like right on the money with what just came out. It's such great love, support, backing, and that's what I feel like all these readings are. If you're guided here, it's just love, support, backing. That's all I'm interested in connecting with, and that's what I freely post here. If you're guided here, it's meant for you, and that's just it. Okay, so let's step into the Archangel messages that want to come forth for November. What are the messages that want to come forth for November? You're going to like the way you look. You're going to like the way November looks. It's going to feel better. It's just going to feel better. Be thankful. I'm thankful. And it's so fitting. Thanksgiving is in November. Yes, we can all. Yes. And already the major arcana is justice when it comes to your abundance, happiness. Yes, this is what we're going to be feeling in November. That's just so lovely. Right out of the gate, can I just show you the first 2 cards? That's why you can exhale. The major arcana is justice with the 10 of Ariel. This is 10 of Pentacles. So there is some kind of justice, things working out in your favor when it comes to your abundance, when it comes to your, you know, like they said, there's so very much to be grateful for. You cannot make this up. I said you're going to be thankful for November. That's the energy. There's so much to be thankful for. The financial success, the promise of retirement. It just means like the promise of better, promise of influx, rich, rewarding family life. This is influx. So finances could be improving. There's a lot to be grateful for. It's getting back into this energy. And I said it's so fitting and ironic because November has Thanksgiving in it, but there's a thankfulness in it. This is justice coming in here. There's fight for justice and equality. These are rulings made in your favor. Do not give up. So it's almost like there's a promise of influx and abundance. It's a time that's bringing more of a sense of justice to this in your life that you probably haven't felt in a very long time, right? How can you say that there's been justice and things working in your favor when it came to abundance? I mean, not of recent, right? I mean, so you could be feeling this. There's a lot to be grateful for. All of a sudden, there's greater justice or rewards, or you're really feeling this energy. Don't give up. That, you know, rulings are going to be made in your favor. More things are going to be working out when it comes to your overall happiness or abundance. And there's a lot to be grateful for in November. And that's the energy of what they're saying. And right, let's see what this card is here. Two of Michael. There were standstills. It landed on here. There were standstills when it came to this, whether with others or within yourself and things not moving forward. This is the Two of Swords. So there are definitely, it will all be better if you just make a decision over analyzing problems, find a compromise. There could have been times when things are at a standstill or you're going back and forth in your mind about things a lot, and it probably has to do with the losses and the disappointments. You're going to like November. There's a justice and equality coming to your abundance, so much to be grateful for. And look at this, there was so much over analyzing because we have lost so much. There was a lot of disappointments. There were a lot of things that did not work out. And this is Archangel Raphael that is encouraging your heart in November, just like almost saying, you're going to like the way you look. You're going to like the way it feels. Like, keep going. I know that there's been disappointments and losses here. We've probably been over analyzing in our heads a lot. This is a repeating message about getting out of the maze of the mind. Everything happens for a reason. Release regret. Embrace the opportunities for happiness. Search for the silver lining. November, we are moving on out of what was going on here. It's going to be improvements here in November. You're going to feel that push to get past any of these disappointments, any of these losses, that everything happens for a reason. Just release everything and go forward to other opportunities and just be grateful and thankful for what you have and what's coming in, because like they said, don't give up and you keep moving forward and things are going to be working out in your favor. So it's kind of encouraging you to get out of your head. Yes, this is what I'm talking about. Yes, this is what I'm telling you. This is exactly what November is going to feel like. It's the Six of Michael. This is moving to smoother waters. And they're telling you to rest and recuperate and keep going forward as the Knight of Raphael with your heart alignment, right, in November. So doing more of what feels good to you, what's good for you, that they're spurring you on like that from your heart, like more uplifting, what works for you, what feels good for you, doing what's good for you, literally. So they're definitely saying we're moving to smoother waters. Yeah, November is going to feel like the light at the end of the tunnel. You can breathe a sigh of relief. You can make new plans, move forward. This has been very difficult times. It almost is very equivalent almost to this card, showing the disappointments, the loss back here, like the clouds back here before the ship goes into the smoother, clearer skies, right? The loss, the disappointments, the frustration, everything not working out. Yes, we're going to easier times. Absolutely. That's what it's going to feel like in November. And here they're saying, yes, you recuperate. There's going to be times in November when you're going to want to go inside to rest, recoup, get away from it all, tune back into yourself. There's insights that come from quiet meditation. It's the need for more sleep, time off, seek relief from the stress, right? This is taking better care of yourself and getting those tremendous insights. Detox, rest, relax when you want. This is treating yourself really well also, for some reason I'm getting, and recouping, right? And here it's coming forth. You're making the moves aligned to your heart. This is doing more of what works for you, what feels good to you. There's going to be committed relationships here, being swept off your feet, situations or topics that make your heart flutter. This is what November is going to feel like again. We haven't felt this in a while, where it's like you're almost moving, you're doing more things that feel good to you. Like they said, do what works for you, do what feels good for you, and be thankful. And you cannot make this up, because right here it says there's so very much to be grateful for. So yeah, so do not give up. The major arcana is do not give up, and that rulings are going to be made in your favor. When it comes to more abundance or feeling more grateful for things, and it's going to feel uplifting, and then you're making your moves from your heart and being swept off your feet a little bit, like feeling better. You're literally going to be feeling better and getting past the past disappointments, getting out of your head. You know you're moving to smoother waters, and the whole thing could feel like a real relief from stress in a sense, like almost like a relief of like repairing of the last couple of months, to know that you're moving to smoother waters. And it's gonna, like they said, you're gonna like the way you look, you're gonna like the way it feels. Yeah, this Knight of Raphael loves the way it feels and is being carried forth to make the moves from their heart, and you're just gonna feel so much better. You're definitely, it's things that are going to feel good. I don't know what else to say about this, but and things are going to be working out. When you have justice here, like things working out in your favor, especially when it comes to things to be grateful for, good things to feel good about, that you're moving to smoother waters, that you're moving from loss and disappointment and frustration, things, losses like that, moving forward to more opportunities. And this is like blessing. There's so much to be thankful for, this justice here, so much to be grateful for, and an influx. 10 of Ariel is all about abundance and feeling abundant in your life. There's a lot, and a promise of influx. Like there could be promising when it comes to your finances and abundance, and you're moving on for more of that. And there's a lot to be grateful. There's justice coming in here for you. I mean, that's amazing. A third chakra, Archangel Chamuel, yeah. And victory, you cannot make this up. And we're all feeling this. This is what's keeping us moving. It's like, it feels like the sun within us is keeping us moving. This is what I'm just getting from this card. There's a lot about that, about moving forward and just feeling like you are moving forward. The sun is shining on you and your victories. I don't know what else to say it. And propelling you forward in November. This is what it feels like. If I have to sum up when I said, you're going to like the way you look, you're going to like the way it feels in November. There's a lightening up. You can feel it from within you. The sun is shining on you going forward. You're going to feel that you're moving to easier times. There's a lot to be grateful for. The promise of influx, justice coming in, rulings made in your favor. We have not felt that in so long. So there's something about that you're going to feel like blessed when it comes to that. And so just like I said, it's almost ironic and so fitting. Thanksgiving's in November. You're going to feel there's a lot to be thankful for, grateful for, and you're doing more of what feels good, what works for you. And it's this, yes, bright future. I mean, it's just not, look, I said it just seems so bright, like the sun is shining on you, your victories, justice, bright future. Look at this. Stop worrying. Everything is going to be fine. That is what you're going to be feeling in November with this moving to smoother waters here. Breathe a sigh of relief. This is the angels like pushing you off, like, yes, we know a lot of things did not work out here. Yes, I know, but they're encouraging, you're going to like the way you look. You're going to like the way November looks. You just keep walking and doing. I know that sounds so funny to say, but look, embrace the opportunities. They're pushing you along and they're making you feel that in the inside. That's what I feel like this card is, making you feel that from the inside. And here, bright future. Yeah, stop worrying. Everything is going to be fine. And I almost feel like they're encouraging you whenever you need to rest in that, be assured in that, the insights from that, rest and recoup, like tune out the rest of the world so that you are getting that recoup. And look at this. This is justice. Stop worrying. Everything is going to be fine. There's going to be rulings in your favor here for November. Absolutely. And that's what's amazing. That's why I feel like they didn't want me to do this even like one day, one week sooner. It's like you wouldn't even have understood this energy because we were so dealing with other kind of energy before. It's just amazing. So November feels like this. Look how bright these cards are. Bright future, yellow, sun, just amazing. So this is justice, things working out in your favor. There's so much to be thankful for. It could feel like better, definitely feels like better days, more abundance. You're going to feel, even if you don't have so much abundance, you're making the most of your abundance. Like you're going to feel like you have so much to be grateful for. You can live rich on, on barely nothing. I always said that. It's like you can live so rich and wealthy feeling on, you don't have to have millions. You don't have to have, and this is literally rulings, things make rulings in your favor, justice coming in here for you that probably have not felt in a very long time because it has not been easy, because especially when they show me this card, it's like this is probably what the last couple of months have felt like no matter what we tried. And so now it's finally justice, things ruling in your favor. I mean, how fabulous is that? Yeah, surrender the habit of people pleasing. They want you in your power moving forward. Maybe we're trying too hard with other people. They're saying speak your needs and be true to yourself. Focus on your own happiness instead of always trying to make everyone else happy. Yeah, what did I say? This is a different energy. I said this in the beginning, doing more of what feels good for you, doing things that feel that are just work for you. That's a very different energy because, and that was very weird for me to even say, because usually I'm like, okay, we do good for others, right? We always think of what's good for other people. We're thinking we're givers. We don't really put our needs first. What works for me, what's good for me. It's very much this in November, and it's going to feel decadent and like a treat. I don't know how else to say it, but you're taking your power back, that you're speaking your needs. They kept on saying the end in November is like your needs. Needs, like you're moving forward on what works for you, what feels good for you. It's about your needs. You speak your needs. You're true to yourself when it comes to that. You're focusing more on your own happiness. Remember, they said doing what's good for you instead of always trying to make everyone else happy. They are bringing you back to that because they want you in this state moving forward, happy, and feeling that way. So yes, surrender the habit of like overly people pleasing, almost sacrificing your own needs or own wants and what makes you feel good and what works best for you, and focus on your own happiness and just be true to yourself. Surrender back to wonder and awe. Open to the magic of every moment and sense the awe and wonder in all of life. And this attitude will keep you connected to the ecstasy of flow. They want you connected to the ecstasy of flow. You're going to be feeling it, this ecstasy of flow, this happiness in some way. You just are. There's magical things that are going to be happening when it just comes to things working out in your favor, feeling better. Surrender back to the magic of all of this in some way. And you're going to be letting go of a lot. Like this card back here, it's such a summation of just moving on to a bright future. Wow, do you see that? From the lost disappointments, the angels are egging you on to encourage you. It's a bright future here, absolutely. You're feeling this from the inside. They're giving that to you, that you stand up for yourself. You know your own needs. You know it's focusing on your own happiness. Something about that, it's like from the inside out, Sun. Beautiful. So here, messages from heaven. Yes, changes can bring you new life and energy. We're holding your hand. Wow, these are changes. They're going to bring you new life and energy. Yes. That's why I kept on saying it's like the sun. It's within you. They're making you feel like this. Like the sun is like him. You see the sun around him even as he's riding. You're going to feel this upliftment that you're moving forward finally. It takes this from the inside. I don't know how, sometimes I don't have words, but they're holding your hand to move on from this state to be more in this state, like galloping forward. Yes, happy. Changes are going to bring you new life, energy. They're holding your hand through these changes. It's going to bring more influx. It's going to bring look, bright future. That's where you're heading. Stop worrying. Everything's going to be fine. They're holding your hand. Stop worrying. Everything's going to be fine. Changes can bring you new life and energy. They're holding your hand going forward. I don't want to cover victory. They're holding your hand. You're going to like November, where it's leading, where it's headed. You're going to feel that, and you're going to feel like things are finally going in your favor. Yes, we have fun, and you too must enjoy yourself, right? They kept on saying doing things that feel good for you, that feel good for you. You're going to be doing more of that too. There's a lightening up here. Absolutely. Doing more things that are just fun, that feel good. They said that. And talk to us. We're still listening. Yeah, changes. Hold your hand and talk to us. We're still listening. I love this card. This reminds me of the Four of Michael. Whenever you need to tune out and get those insights, you talk to them. They're still listening. They're still listening. You could find a real reconnection with them during this time too. I just want to say that. Talk to them. We're still listening. You can get tremendous downloads, insights, everything else. Yeah, because look at that. I just felt like that reconnection. Hold this in your heart, not in your home. It's okay to declutter. There could be a lot that you're letting go of. Quite literally, you could feel that you're getting rid of a lot in your body, mind, spirit at this time as we're moving on. But also physical things in your home, you could really be finding you're decluttering, like making way for the new that's going to be coming in here. Did you just hear the honk? Let's get one more. Messages from heaven, love, and success on our spirit guides for the month of November. Oh, two more. And we have, yeah, focus your minds on what you really want. We are helping. That's been a repeating message as you're going forward now, to know that. Just keep focusing on everything that you want. They kept on saying you are the magician, and focus on what you really want to create. Focus your mind on what you really want. They're helping you. It's literally the video right before this one. I forgot what was the name of it, but they were like, just stay focused on your mind. See, back here we had 2 of Michael. Get out of that maze of the mind. You just stay focused on the things that you want to create more of, and they are literally helping you. They are literally helping you. That's why they said, like, talk to us, we're still listening. They're literally helping you as you're going forward. So, and here they're saying, put on your dancing shoes or walk along the beach. We encourage you to move. Yeah. So there's a lot about fun. Put on your dancing shoes, get on out there. There's a lightning up here. I just want to say, have fun. You're just going to feel different, and keep going and focus more on what you really want. I also feel like whenever I see footsteps on the beach, I always think of like they're with you. See the holding hands and the beach footsteps? It always reminds me of they're walking with you always. When they say talk to us, we're still listening. And they're saying, yeah, we support you as you cleanse and clear both inside and out. Okay, it gets on saying keep going. This is hold this in your heart, not in your home. It's okay to declutter. We support you as you cleanse and clear both inside and out. I do feel like there's a lot of cleansing, and they said declutter for more. All of this, we're letting go of a lot as you go forward, because they're bringing you new life, new energy. They're holding your hand through it all. There's going to be a lightening up here, a moving on here. And so they're kind of encouraging you, clean out the clutter, clean out what you've been holding on to your body, mind, and spirit, especially as we move on from this to a bright future. They are definitely bringing in a lightness of being and supporting you to do that for yourself. Like, do more of what feels good to you. Definitely, because surrender the habit of people pleasing. It's like stand up more for your own needs, what feels good for you, what keeps you up in this state. We're all moving on from these disappointments, losses, and there's a sense of justice coming in here when it comes into for your abundance, overall feeling more abundant. And there's so much to be thankful for. And so they're having you seek relief from stress, that you're heading to a bright future. Stop worrying, everything's going to be fine. It's all of that encouragement. So I love, and I tell you, November feels so much better. So, because you can feel that quite literally under all these cards here are supporting this energy. You're moving to smoother waters, breathe a sigh of relief. You can let go of a lot that you've endured in the process. It almost reminds me, it's the same card here, but emotionally, what does that mean? Now clean out the clutter, clean out, get ready for the new as you're moving on for the new. And it's coming. You have victory, bright future. They're holding your hand through it all. You can talk to them through the journey because they're still listening. It's right here. And just you keep focusing your mind on what you really want. They're helping. That is a repeating message. This surrender the habit of people pleasing. I'm telling you, it's so, most of us are so geared to that aspect that it's pull it back, so where you're taking care of your own needs, you're making sure you feel good doing more of what works for you, what feels good for you, because they want you in this state moving forward. And this is bringing in the justice, the equality when it comes to your sense of abundance in your life. That's the bright future. That's where you're moving towards. Stop worrying, everything's going to be fine. They're holding your hand through the whole thing. I love it. And keep your mind on what focus. I love this. The whole time you're moving like this, it's like focus your mind on what you really want. We're helping as you're going. Talk to us, we're still listening. It's just really amazing how this is all tying in here. But you're going to feel this, and boy, does this feel so much better. It feels so much better. There's so much to be grateful for is right here, and you're going to feel that. And there's a sense of justice. Rulings made in your favor. Things working out in your favor finally. Invitation. We're getting invitation. We, your guardian angels, ask you to invite us into your heart. Talk to us at any time. You cannot make this up. You cannot make this up. Talk to us. We are still listening. Oh my gosh. Talk to us at any time. Share with us your fears and concerns as well as your joys and pleasures. There's no need to be formal, for we have known you before the dawn of time. In fact, we know you better than you know yourself, and we love you just as you are. Okay, so I have chills, and they are holding your hands through, you know, it's an invitation. Talk to them at any time, but they know you better than you even know yourself. That always hits me like right in the heart of my eyeballs. Like I start tearing up, but you can talk to them at any time. So they just are reminding you of that. You can talk to them at any time. I should just put that here. Talk to us, we're still listening. They're here for you through the whole thing. There's something about this hand holding. And I always say this all the time. It's like they're the ones that are encouraging you forward. They're the ones that are showing you it's a bright future. You can stop worrying. Everything's going to be fine. So you stay lit on the inside and you keep moving forward, aligned to your heart and more happy and knowing that they're just helping you through this whole thing. And I also think that the way that you get talking to them is this state when you're tapping in for that insight and relief from the outside world and talking to them. That's the invitation. They're with you all the time, you know, way beyond this reading in your day-to-day 24/7 in this energy. You're going to feel that. Okay, so, compassion. I feel like we're going to get a lot of guardian angel cards. Sometimes we get so lost with what we're doing, we don't feel the connection. And then it's like they're telling us that they're there always. And then we're fed so much that it's a reminder that you can always talk to them. You're always yes, we're always connected to them, but you can always talk to them. And there's something about that because it helps you feel like this. That's when I just got it. I got a wave because it's so true. Because the feelings, the energy that I feel when I do these readings, it's like then you get stuck in the day-to-day. And it's like you have moments where you feel the reconnection, but it's like talk to them at any time. So you can always feel this way that we're bright future. We're moving on. There's so much to be grateful for. There's going to be rulings and justice here for you when it comes in victory. And just keep going. Yeah, invitation, compassion. Yes, serious one. Be compassionate towards yourself. Remember, surrender the self-criticism and fear that has you believing that you need to improve in order to be worthy. You are perfect just as you are. The only thing that needs to change is your negative perceptions. You will come to realize the jewel you are when you love and honor yourself as you are. They always, the way that they see you who's watching, there's no way to even describe. And so there's something about this, and I almost feel like it was like that too of Michael and moving on from what we hold in our hearts. There were a couple of things in our minds, being much more compassionate towards yourself. There's nothing here. You're perfect just as you are. Just surrender your negative perceptions. They look at you as a jewel. This is something about this too, with the surrender, the habit of people pleasing, and boy, they really repeat this over and over again about this compassion for yourself. And it's different for everyone, so I'm a little struggling with the exact words, but they are going to remind you very often on multi-levels about this. They really do. It's just so beautiful. They just love you. I mean, just like they said on this one, we love you just as you are. Just as you are. Just as you are. There's something about this. Okay. Expression. Breakthrough. Didn't I just say it's going to feel like a break free in November? It just is. It's going to feel like a break free. Like you're just breaking free out of the gate and feeling more like this. Okay, so here we have expression. Express. I'm trying to read it through the card, through the camera. Express how you feel clearly, lovingly, honestly, without fear or judgment. Say it exactly like it is. All will be resolved when you express to others how you truly feel. Trust in the power of life to guide you and heal all concerned. Self-expression is liberating and healing. Yeah, so you're going to be out there expressing yourself, moving forward, doing things that work for you, feel good to you, and expressing that. And it's liberating. There's something about liberating. November is going to feel like a liberation, lightening up in some way. And look, breakthrough. How many beautiful, heartfelt wishes have been crushed by fear? And how many times has society's voice of disapproval cast a shadow on your dreams? It's time, you can't make this up, break free. I keep saying, it's time to break free of these false beliefs and realize your dreams. Allow your heart to guide you. Trust your inner guidance. The time is right. You are going to feel a break free. You are. You're going to feel more like this, doing more of what works for you, what feels good for you. You're trusting your inner guidance. You're allowing your heart to guide you. I mean, they're literally saying, allow your heart to guide you. Trust your inner guidance. The time is right. You're break free of false beliefs, start realizing your dreams. You're really going forward and expressing that. They want you to have more compassion for yourself as you're writing this, because you don't have to be anybody different than what you are, who you are, and what you're all about. They're also saying surrender the habit of overly people-pleasing. Like, this is more going forth about your needs, your wants, what feels good for you. Definitely, because they're saying speak your needs, be true to yourself, focus on your own happiness instead of always trying to make everyone else happy. So they're making you come into this more. And it's bringing in a bright future. You can stop worrying. Everything is going to be fine. They're encouraging you to move on from losses, disappointments, all of that. There's going to be a sense of justice coming in for you writing like this, a sense of justice, equality, that part where you're not giving up and you're going forward. And there's so much to be grateful for. This is influx. So they're holding your hand through this whole thing as you're going to smoother times, as you're moving forward, as you're going forward to victory and bright future here. You just stay focused on what you really want, because they are helping you, and you can talk to them at any time. They are still listening. That's the invitation. So you feel that. That's what I'm saying. Like, sometimes it's like, so you feel that more. This is such a beautiful reading for November, and that's what November is going to feel like. So when they say there's so much to be thankful for, quite literally like this, there's so very much to be grateful for in November, and it's just going to feel so much different. It's going to feel like this, you writing, and it's writing away from these losses, disappointments, and everything else to a bright future, victory, smooth waters. Now, because we are doing that, you're going to release a lot. You might want to be decluttering a lot. There was a lot about that. And there's a letting loose and breaking free. So you're probably going to feel like you're having more fun and doing, it's ending how it began, doing more of what works for you, what feels good for you. So you're here and you know where you're headed. You know that it's going to a bright future. You know there's going to be a sense of justice and influx here. And there's so very much to be grateful for and thankful for. And how fitting for November. And they're holding your hand through it all. Talk to them. They're still listening. I love that so much. And they are so encouraging us to have more compassion for ourselves. I can't explain that in any way. You just got to feel that. But so you get a wave of that compassion. It's overwhelming. You almost can't contain it. The love and compassion, and how they want you to be that way for yourself. It's almost like, there are no words. It just makes me cry, like just trying to stumble for the words for that. Yeah, and they're having us really step up and go almost forward for more happiness for yourself, in a sense. You're going to be feeling this in November. I wish you the best for November. It is one of the best feeling months in at least the last 2 or 3 months. So yes, this is great overall for November, and I wish you the very best for the month of November. Take care. Bye-bye.